Y'all probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flows chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants don't...
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, Little Zah, back at you, y'all. But anyways, let me get into something real quick. And it's a subject I really didn't even want to touch on, because at the end of the day, it has absolutely nothing to do with me. It's a good thing, extremely positive, and I think it's moving in the right direction as far as it's a treaty. And a lot of people are going to know just by what I said, it's the treaty between East Coast and Florence. See, at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you why I'm happy. Because I got family from East Coast, and I got a gang of homies from Florence. At the end of the day, that beef has absolutely nothing to do with me outside of jail, because for anybody that know, it never stays on the street. When Longo and Insane in the 20s and all them were going at it, it bled over into the county, and there was a lot of wars due to that. A lot of people were getting blasted, a lot of people getting stumped out, packed out. If you got caught sipping in the wrong part of the county, you were getting did up. That's just the way it was. But it was one of those things. LA is gangs. San Bernardino is gangs. California is so riddled with gangs. It's just the way it is. So a lot of people that have those type of conflicts on the street is eventually going to bleed into the jail. It's just a turn up mentality of people within the inner cities. The same in the valley, same everywhere. It's always going to have that type of turn up. So when I did hear about the treaty, I really didn't expect it. So when it came, it was like, damn, you know, I thought it was like a lie. But then, like I said, I got family that are older cats from East Coast. I got younger ones that are from East Coast. And I got a gang of homies from Florence that I'll be talking to. So when it was, you know, when it was put out there, like, hey, this is really happening. This has happened. You know what I mean? Even when I was looking at Spider-Loc, it's a trip. The maturity level that because I've seen Spider-Loc go on fools. You know what I mean? So to see the maturity in his voice and the way he saw things when it came to the whole get down, I can respect that. Now, my point of view on it is it's a good thing. That's all I can really say on that to the people that ask me. It's an absolute good thing. I wish the Jungles in 18 was the same way. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I know dudes from Jungles. I know dudes from Black P Stone. Juvenile Hall, you run into everybody. And you get good homies. I had good homies from there. And got a gang of good homies from 18. That's another beef I could never get involved in unless it was the county. Even in the county this time, I ran into both sides. Cats that I knew from both sides. Awkward, but as long as ain't nothing jumping off, it really didn't involve me. You know what I mean? It's just one of those, pick no sides unless you have to pick a side. But yeah, I wish they were on that board, but you know what I mean? Because it makes LA a lot safer when you going through the inner cities. Because before, if you went through LA, it was always drama, mostly between Vodkins and the Crips and the Bloods going at it with each other. Then Crips stay going at it with each other, and then the Bloods before then, that wasn't the get down. They didn't war with each other. So when that shit started kicking on between them, it was a little surprising. But that's besides the point. The whole thing is, what I'm saying is, when it became racial, like really racist between gangs like that, that's when shit got a lot harder to move in the city. You could going to LA in the beginning, you could feel the tension anyway, but after all this shit started kicking off, you really felt the tension. You had to be weary where you went. No matter how gangster you are, it's like you had to be weary on where you went, because at the end of the day, mistaken identity to get you blown down. A gang of cats have had me in a position towards mistaken identity, and I've been shot at just due to the fact. I mean, I went to the Slauson swap meet. Dude thought, you know what I mean, I was from Florence because I had a 13 jersey on. Got blasted. I ain't gonna say what hood blasted at me, but you know, I got blasted at. And luckily, by the grace of God, I got up out of there. Other incidents that happened because dudes thought I was from a certain hood in West LA, and dude get clapped at. I'm in Long Beach running from homies trying to take my head off, thinking I'm from somewhere else. Long Beach another time. I'm in downtown Long Beach. A cat tried to run up on thinking I'm something. It's just incidents like that. So that's why I think it's a positive thing. People come on here and they'll say all the time, oh, Zadi, you trying to preach that peace treaty shit. Nah. If you've never lived it, then you won't understand. And some people are too young to really get the whole thing behind it. Like, you still see, you want to get your reputation, but for the cats that's older, they already been there and done that. They're past that. So most of the opposition now is coming from the younger generation, because they've been dealing with it so long and losing so many homies that all they see is war. Older cats are already at that point to like, we've already done that. Get up out of your feelings. We're good. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of sentiment. But as far as like that's all I'm gonna say on that. Like when it comes to the whole Florence and East Coast thing, I'm happy, dude. Like it's a good thing, you know what I mean? Because I'm less likely to lose dudes that I'm cool with. I got family members that I ain't trying to see get their life taken, you know what I mean? And understand that gangbanging is gangbanging, but at the end of the day, who wants to see their family members get blown down, especially younger ones that, you know what I mean, like nephews and younger cousins, younger relatives, whatever. You don't want to see them get blown down. It's a family member. And I don't want to see my homies get blown down either, because that's the sentiment, you know what I mean? That's how you represent. But that's besides the point. Now, the whole thing I want to tell you about this is because they got cats in Palmdale and Lancaster right now jumping out on homies, putting hands on them. But it's not like it doesn't go back to the cats. But I'm just saying there's so much turmoil within them two cities that it's like, you know what I mean? You really, when you in Palmdale, you got to really be wary on where you go, because like I've seen it. You know what I mean? This shit is constantly going down. You know what I mean? And some of it is warranted, because when a gang see another gang, whether they beefing or not, they just feel some type of animosity or some racial shit, they jumping out. You know what I mean? But there's some shit that's been going down in the city where it had to do with race, but the whole thing was the cats that they jumping don't even gangbang. So it's that type of weird shit that be going on in Lancaster and Palmdale. And every day, even when I'm moving around, I gotta be wary, because the cats will recognize me, and you'll see cats that ain't feeling me, and then you'll see some that fuck with me like a motherfucker. But you know what I mean? You always got them ones that feel like they try to gotta get striped somehow, whatever. But the whole reason I brought up Lancaster and Palmdale, because a lot of these cats that are jumping out on, besides the real ones, you got cats that are claiming East Coast that ain't even from East Coast, just to stir up controversy. They want to derail the peace treaty by all means. And then you got cats that are actually from East Coast that want to derail the peace treaty. Same like you got some dudes that act like they from Florence and to do certain things to derail the peace treaty. And then when you come to find out, these dudes ain't from they ain't from either hood. They're just fools that's, you know what I mean? To me, real shit, I think they're just plants. I think it's people out here that really just, you know what I mean, that's hating. Prime example, you just had a dude that got caught slipping not that long ago trying to do the same thing. Come to find out, this dude is a blood, you know what I'm saying? And he got outed by his homie. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of weird shit that's going on right now. The other people that, you know what I mean, it's funny that they never get caught. And in Palmdale, Lancaster, a lot of fools get caught for a lot of shit, but for some reason, these particular cats have been jumping out on dudes, claiming falsehoods and doing this and that. They never find them. To me, I think they're plants. I think that at the end of the day, the cops don't want to see no treaty, so they're going to do anything and everything to derail it, because at the end of the day, that is job security. And like I said, I have nothing particular against any law officer, you know what I mean, or nobody that works for the government. It just is what it is. It's always going to be a separate and a divide. And this one right here, that's a real issue, because all it takes is for the wrong person to get smoked for it to kick off all over again. And that's just how it is. You know what I mean? So for the people that might see things on the wall crossed out, be more wary of exactly who's doing the cross out, because like I said, most cats are getting caught, but it's funny, like these dudes are doing like little weird things and ain't nothing happening to them because they ain't getting caught. What I'm saying is, I think it's all the plan. I think it's all the plan. I think people are doing these things just to derail the process. Don't fall for it. The treaty that you got going right now between Florence and East Coast is a good one. Trust me, for both sides, it's a good one. Both sides have lost, and it ain't just Florence and East Coast, because it never stays like that. It always involves other people. So when you see things on this level, for the people that might be haters, for the cops that might be doing a little grimy shit, and look, for the people that be like, might come on here and be like, this fool's on some conspiracy shit. It's been done before. How many of the cops are doing drive-bys in South Central? How many cops are doing drive-bys in Linwood? How many sheriffs and Crash and Compton were shooting at each other. Tell me that. For the people that might think back to this. The one time that the sheriff shot the Crash officer and the Crash officer shot the sheriff. Think about that. It's already, you know what I mean? You can find paper on it and everything. This is before I got busted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm saying, man. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the bullshit. And for the younger cats that just gonna do what you do, understand that there's consequences behind what you do. It's like, get on board or get aside, you know what I mean? And like I said, them two hoods I have nothing to do with outside the fact I got family from one and homies from the other. It just, you know, it's a good thing to stay with the peace, you know what I mean? Don't mind the background, you know what I mean? Somebody said it kind of confusing when I had the games going. But that's all I wanted to say, you know what I mean? Sorry if it went a whole different way, but that's what I think. It's a good thing. People ain't losing their life. Moms ain't paying for funerals. And homies don't have to bury their homeboys, you know what I mean? Break the cycle. That's all I'm saying. Break the cycle. Or continue to do what you want and continue to have your homies lose their life. On that note, I'm your boy Zod, and I'm out.
Kneel before Zod!